Hi, I'm Neil Brown, the Mayor of the Ashburton District, and I've got Simon Andrews with me today, who is the Director of the Mycoplasma bovis program, and he's come in today to talk about the program happening here in Mid Canterbury and answer some questions that the community's got. So welcome, Simon.
Thanks, Mayor Neil. It's really good to be here today to be able to answer questions that the community has on M. bovis.
So the first question I have is, for the properties that are currently affected in the area, do we know how the disease got in, how it's transmitting?
So we know through the course of the program that the primary mechanism of transmission is cattle to cattle. For the Wakanui area, we continue to investigate the pathway of transmission, and that's why we've put a controlled area notice in place to ensure that we're giving the local community the best opportunity to get back to farming without bovis. While it's really good to understand the pathway of transmission, we know the primary way to break the chain of transmission is to remove the infection itself, which is borne by cattle.
Talking about the CAN, the Controlled Area Notice, what does that mean for the farmers who are in that area, and the high risk and the immediate outside risk? What's it mean for them?
For those that are in the high risk area, we're working with the farmers in there to essentially depopulate that area, and that will complete in mid-January, early next year. It will remain empty of cattle for a period of a couple of months. That ensures that we give it every opportunity to break that disease transmission cycle, have it free of cattle for that period of time before we begin the process of repopulating the area. So that's the risk area. And for those farmers that are in the at-risk area, so that surrounds the risk area itself, we're doing additional testing in that area, and we're also undertaking a census of all the cattle in there as well. In addition to that, for moving cattle outside of that at-risk area, they can continue to do that, but will require a permit to move by the program itself.
Can you be assured, give an assurance that the disease has been contained?
Yes, I mean, we've got high levels of confidence that the disease itself is contained. That's why we've put the additional measures in place to continue with that high levels of confidence with a controlled area notice. But we're doing a significant amount of testing both here in Mid Canterbury, but also right across the country, that does give us that confidence that it's contained.
Are you confident that eradication is feasible, and what gives you confidence that it is?
Oh, we're absolutely confident that eradication is feasible, and the primary reason for that is the level of surveillance that we're undertaking right across the country, including, like I've said, here in Mid Canterbury, but all the way from Northland right through to Southland, which indicates that the disease is not widespread at all. We have to remember that at its peak of the outbreak, we had anything up to 40 confirmed properties at one time. As of today, we've got 6 confirmed properties, and also, we are 4.5 years into a 10-year eradication journey. Our key focus at the moment is finding the last pockets of infection, removing it, and then moving into a long-term surveillance program to have that level of confidence that, yes, the disease has gone.
Okay, so what can farmers do to stop the risk of the M. bovis coming onto their properties?
Traceability is really important, so making sure that we've got up-to-date NAT records. So what that does is that enables disease management programs like M. bovis program to quickly trace any disease and any risk movement and keep up with it essentially. Some other really important things in terms of getting an understanding around ensuring that as much as possible that separate mobs are treated as separate management units. Talking with your grazier about this is also really important. If possible, quarantining animals before when they do get onto the property, and then lastly, having some really good boundary fencing as well.
And what do you do to support the farmers who are involved in the program who've got M. bovis?
Look, it's really important to us, to provide support to the farmer, their family, and the wider community as well. So we've got, really good partnerships with the Rural Support Trust, and providing that level of support itself. And we also have a number of staff based here in Mid Canterbury that help support the wider community, particularly those farmers that are directly affected. And we also have eligibility for compensation under the Biosecurity Act. And we've got an independent team, the Dairy Beef Compensation Assistance Team, that help farmers prepare those compensation claims.
Thanks, Simon, for coming in today and talking to us about the bovis and answering those questions and giving the community out there some reassurance that you're doing the best you can for our community, and we're grateful for that. Thank you.
Thank you, and it's great to have the opportunity.